So in the next part, we're just going to create the family for the unit that we have here, and its dimensions are 2 meters for length, then the height is 220 to 25 centimeters, and the width is 50 centimeters. And the CAD file, we can see our unit block here as well. So looking at the plans, I've created this profile here, and then I'm going to copy it, and then here in the Revit file, I'll go here to select a new family, and then I'll load up the metric generic model from here. And then we go to the front view, and then I'll type UN, and then from this menu I'll put the units on meters. Let's have this on 1 decimal place, or you know what, 2 decimal places, and then OK. After that, select the extrusion and then click on import CAD and open this up. Then I'll go here and select the reference line tool, and then I'll draw a reference line here, and after that another one here, and then the last one for its height. So now I'll select these and equalize them, and then this one as well. Then I'll select this up here and I'll name it W. After that, select this one down here and name this one H for height. OK. Then let's go to the family types, change the H to 0.25 and W to 0.5. OK. Then select the align tool. Then I'll lock this with here. Let me just equalize the two sides of this. So Control C here, and then we go over here and paste. Then select the line and lock this with this one. Alright, let's go back to the plan and finish this up. Then I'll select the reference plane and draw one here, and then another one down here. After that, let's draw 2 vertical ones here. Alright, after that, let's draw this on the side and equalize it. So this one's going to be our length, and this one is the W. And I'm just drawing these in case we need to align them later on in the project. Alright, after I'm done adjusting the W, I'll go here and select this, and then pull it up to here, then lock it, and then this, and lock it here as well. So we'll name this one length. So the standard length that we're supposed to have here is 2 meters. But sometimes in the project, in order to smooth things out, we may need to adjust this one as well. So what we can do here is put this under the shared parameter, and then later on, if you want to add in, like, let's say 20 centimeters, we won't have to do that separately and split it up. We can just change this to 2.2. And then later on, we can divide the total length of these by 2 meters and then get the number that we want. Or if you want to work the project patiently, you can just put this on the family parameter and then edit it as you go on. This is all based on your preference. So just put this on the instance and then OK, and then put the length on 2 meters here. Then I'll select this here and give it a material parameter. So let's see what we should name this one. We'll just go with polystyrene for now. Alright, and then OK. And then OK here as well. Then I'll go to the family types. And then I'll open up the material by category. And then here in the browser, I'll look for polystyrene. Alright, let me just edit it so I can see what I actually can find. And then from the menu, I'll look through these. And then I'll select this one and add it up. And then check this box and then apply and OK. And then apply again. So now I'll save the file. Back here, open up the families folder. And just name it polystyrene. Then put the maximum backups on 1 and save it. So now if you want to repeat this process and multiply the number of the pieces that you have, you can load this up in a line-based setting like this here, and I expect you to know the process by now. And then you can repeat this piece in the file. So for example, if the opening of this is 2 meters, you'll multiply the length along this. And as I said, there may be some issues in the calculation. Some numbers may not add up and some spaces may not be filled. So another technique that we have is selecting the joist that we already created and load it up in the structural framing file that we have here. So for example, you can unload this here and then load up the joist that you've created and put 2 of them here. Meaning after you've loaded up, you can set the length and then specify the parameters and then copy the opening of the unilith here. Like the actual images that we have here. Like this one right here, you can load up the joists first and then you can put the unilith according to the opening that we have here. And so this is going to be one family. And so if you want to calculate each one of these in the estimates, you can check the shared box here when you're loading up the family, and then you can load up each one of them separately. So the upside to this is that it's just one piece and you'll model it all at once. But then later on, we have the same length issue as before. And for example, another issue that you may come up against is that, for example, the plan doesn't have any joists on one side. We can assign each side of it the visible parameters and then check them yes or no if you want to later on. And you can also put them under the instance category, and later on if you want to, you can hide them or not. So you can use all of these techniques, but my suggestion is that you work each piece separately and then use the array tool to place them. Using this method may take a bit longer, but the detailing and the quality of your work will increase massively. And then the next point that we have is when you have less parameters in your Revit file, because when you're using the line-based tool or the joist itself, you're going to have to add a couple of formulas here and the parameters as well. And so the more number of parameters you have, the processing of the project takes longer. But when you're working a simple project like this, you can process it much easier and have a much lighter file. So those are some of the important points that you should know. Now I'll just close the file here.